We're gonna come in right into Keith Lee's entrance. It's up.
It's up.
The self-proclaimed greatest carrot is way behind.
Oh, always, always.
Why can't you ever be on time?
Because it never goes live right away.
Just trust it and do the intro anyways. You don't need to wait until you get to it to do the intro.
You are interrupting my intro?
The thing you could have done 7 minutes ago?
30 seconds ago. What the fuck? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, carrots of all ages, it is your favorite, greatest commentator, Robbie Campanelli, back with another episode of Universe Mode. And we are here with the man that does everything behind the scenes, Mr. Spicy Oreo. How are you doing today, buddy?
Reese's Eggs.
Reese's Eggs. Why?
Why not?
What? Never mind. Alright, anyways, tonight we always, as usual, start off with our cross-brand championship match, where LA Knight has to defend it in a triple threat match, with us being in a Smackdown NXT Super Show here tonight. Shinsuke Nakamura, the leader of Shinskaboo.
The artist.
Who have a tag title match at the pay-per-view.
Shinsuke could end up having a world title match too, that's the crazy part.
My garage door just randomly opened.
We can see the come up of another team, another faction if you will. But they gotta beat this guy who's been insanely good.
The man that came into existence at SummerSlam. What's up?
Pains me to give him credit, but he has been very, very good. And LA Knight is one defense away from stopping Sheamus from having another one-on-one match. Sheamus is the most unlucky guy when it comes to one-on-one matches in Universe Mode, I'm telling you. Telling you. There we are. Cross-brand title on the line. Let's do this. The self-proclaimed greatest commentator has disappeared. Keith Lee dropping LA Knight. No, Keith Lee turning his attention to Shinsuke Nakamura. LA Knight re-enters the fray. Shinsuke dropping Keith Lee. Think about it, this is a really balanced match.
Alright, I am back. My sister's boyfriend was bringing her home, and I'm in the garage doing the recording.
Keith Lee has been dominant. LA Knight has been dominant.
Alright. Well, let's see.
Shinsuke's been good since the artists have become a thing.
LA Knight working on Shinsuke in the corner, though, Spice. as I was saying though, LA Knight came in at SummerSlam in the MJF Logan Paul bout and distracted MJF, or sorry, it was, I'm getting this confused. It was MJF and The Miz at SummerSlam. Yes, I am totally off. So yeah, MJF and The Miz at SummerSlam, and LA Knight helped MJF pick up the victory, and ever since then, LA Knight has just boomed into a star in our universe.
He is undefeated currently.
That is very true. He's facing a guy like Keith Lee, who the past few weeks has looked unstoppable.
Even beat Omos recently. It's a big bout. Big win.
He could walk into Halloween Havoc, Edge and Seth Rollins match.
LA Knight?
Keith Lee.
Oh. I was like, wait
Just
a minute.
think, the winner will mess up a title match.
It will.
No matter what.
And if it happens, Sheamus will lose another one-on-one match.
Sheamus will lose another one-on-one match?
Yeah, like he's always in triple threats and fatal four-ways, and he hardly ever gets one-on-one matches.
I do agree with that statement, especially at Hell in a Cell, where Robbie came into that title match and Sheamus still walked out. Or sorry, no, Kevin Owens walked out winner and Sheamus had to go do it a one-on-one. And as we speak, LA Knight playing Shinsuke, but that's going to be kicked out at 2. That was really close. LA Knight putting Shinsuke in that flatliner that's put so many people away in the coming weeks. In the past weeks, I should say. Shinsuke picking up LA Knight, taking him down, and now he's throwing some kicks at LA Knight, throwing some fire back at him. Keith Lee nowhere to be found in this matchup. And Shinsuke going for a pin. 1, 2, not enough to put away Knight. And Keith Lee getting back in the ring, facing the King of Strong Style. Shinsuke with another pin, and LA Knight's gonna kick out. Backstabber to LA Knight. Kicks to the side again. And Shinsuke taking out Keith Lee with the Kinshasa.
The thing
and
is, if Shinsuke wins here, who doesn't say that Karrion Kross takes him out? He's done it before.
He did it to Big E.
And with how good Karrion Kross has been lately, I wouldn't want to get on his bad side.
I agree. We don't even know if Ashton's going to walk out victorious, picking a bone with Karrion Kross the past few months. Look at LA Knight fighting back on Keith Lee right now. With a nice springboard takedown by Knight. He don't miss. And then look at that counter. LA Knight looking phenomenal and now trying to break the arm of Shinsuke.
This might be the most in jeopardy LA Knight's undefeated streak has been in. He doesn't have to get pinned to lose. Crazy. Crazy.
He has been doing a great work of pain on Shinsuke Nakamura though. Look at LA Knight seizing the moment again. Big knee clothesline, taking out Shinsuke, and then planting Keith Lee. Is that it? 1, 2, no! LA Knight thought he had the win, and Keith Lee said it's not over yet. Now he's countering Knight. All right, and look at Lee. Has Knight in some sort of suplex. Lands it. Knight getting all of that. Rolling out, and then Keith Lee putting away Shinsuke, but Knight to his feet. How did Knight get to his feet? Not allowing Shinsuke to get pinned. And now Knight going back to work on Shinsuke with Keith Lee out. This is how you know LA Knight wants to face Sheamus and Walter. LA Knight getting to his feet, taking down Shinsuke again. Keith Lee still down. LA Knight continuing to beat down Shinsuke with a big springboard that misses. Shinsuke picking up LA Knight. Knight's in trouble. Keith Lee getting back into the ring. Shinsuke knocks out Knight, and Lee going to work, throwing Shinsuke in the Knight. And now Keith Lee going for the pin on a dead LA Knight. 1, 2. LA Knight kicks out at 2 now. And Lee picking up Knight. Knight fighting back.
But he could end it here with Nakamura outside the ring.
LA Knight planning Lee again. 1, 2, 3. LA Knight is challenging for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Wow, Spice. This has been a ride over the past few months for LA Knight to this point. Could he be the one to defeat Sheamus and Walter? Could he be the unthought about guy to be the one to go above Sheamus and Walter?
The Drew Gulak for Raw.
In a way, I do agree with that.
I mean, what do you mean you agree with that? Gulak was undefeated until he lost the title. When he lost the title, that was his first loss.
And here we go, the 7'3", 400-pound, longest reigning NXT Hardcore Champion in history. Oh my!
I couldn't fix the title.
Looks a bit better though.
Well, I mean, like, they blurred out hardcore.
Oh. For a second, it didn't look blurred out.
It's so hardcore, it needs blurred out.
How can you have a title in WWE at one point, but now is deemed, like, inappropriate? Omos Spice has had a legendary run with that NXT Hardcore title that we don't even know if there's an end point. We all thought it would be Roman Reigns. It wasn't. But look at his opponent here tonight. Another man that refuses to go down. This man was turned on, backstabbed, forgotten about. For Montez Ford to try and become the next big thing of WWE. Montez felt like he could do it alone and did not need Angelo and turned on him. Well, the tides really turned. Because look who is the defending United States champion walking into Havoc. Angelo Dawkins. And gets to face One of the greatest champions we've ever witnessed in WWE here tonight. Where's Montez Ford on the Halloween Havoc card? Nowhere.
And whether Angelo loses tonight or not, he will be on that card.
Yes, sir. But immediately, Dawkins just getting thrown by Omos. And then getting stepped on. Omos does not care. He is one of the best big men to ever step foot in WWE. He is just destroying his opponents. Spice, how do you feel about Angelo Dawkins getting thrown around early on? Alright.
Hey, what'd you say?
Well,
I was trying to get my mic to turn back
on. How do you feel about Angelo Dawkins getting thrown around at the start of the match?
It is Omos. He is a freak.
Omos is just beating down Dawkins. Dawkins trying to fight back, but can't do anything. Omos showing his status, walking into Havoc, that he is indestructible unless you're an alligator. Or a fat boy that can fly. Omos picking up Dawkins again, and then a big boot. Dawkins is in so much trouble right now. 1, 2, no. Omos can't believe it. And as he gets to his feet, look at that sound! It's The Rock's Titantron! Again, 2 weeks in a row! But nowhere to be seen. And now Dawkins gets to even the playing field. He was getting mollywopped until The Rock hit his Titantron. Spice. I don't think Omos is done with Samoan bloodline yet. I think he has one more big hill to climb, and that is the greatest Samoan to ever do it.
That's how you pin someone, with your foot.
And look at Dawkins kick out! He refuses to die. Omos is done with this man, but Angelo keeps fighting. And now Angelo going to the top. Frog splash from the heavens, is that it? 1, 2, throw! Angelo can't believe it. Picking up Omos. Dropping him. Is that it?
Whoa.
1, 2, 3.
Upset alert.
Omos just got beaten by Angelo Dawkins. But let's face it, if it wasn't for The Rock, Dawkins would have failed.
Wow, wow, wow. Was not expecting that one.
I wasn't either. Angelo Dawkins walking into Havoc with a big win. And next up we have Matt Riddle going one-on-one with AJ Styles. The dream match that we thought we would get for a world title right about now. Is it a solos match here tonight on Smackdown? Spice, how have you felt about AJ Styles in the past few weeks since he's been dealing with Kenny Omega?
Past few weeks, he's been very not around. He hasn't really been around a lot since he's lost the WWE Championship. He's just been going at it with Kenny Omega. No, I'm pretty sure Kenny Omega's up 1. SummerSlam? What
just think of a Kenny Omega lurking in the background of Ashton's title. Just the thought of that.
But we do know the next competitor after Ashton and Cross. Unless Cross wins, which we know a title match clause will most definitely be cashed in. A rematch clause. But if not, we know Big E's next in line.
Alright, here we go. AJ Styles. A multiple-time world champion. A multiple-time Intercontinental champion. The man to dethrone John Cena of the Intercontinental title. The man to dethrone Drew Gulak of the Smackdown world title.
He was the one that ended Drew Gulak's reign.
And the first ever Smackdown world champion.
I think he lost his first title reign to Velveteen Dream. He who shall not be named.
Agreed, agreed. Matt Riddle.
There's quite a few of those.
Comes back to a UFC background. Dated a former film actress. During that time. And has dealt with a bunch of outside issues as of late with it. But look at AJ Styles looking straight at the Titantron, and this time nothing's going on. Because look behind you, AJC and Kenny Omega, and immediately going at it, and Kenny Omega taking down Styles.
I'm fine with that.
And Riddle's just like, what? Why? AJ Styles just won the match due to DQ, and Kenny Omega taking out AJ Styles right before Halloween Havoc.
This
and
match
next up,
should be a banger.
I agree. We have the challengers for the World Championships this Sunday at Halloween Havoc. Edge challenging the King of NXT, Seth Rollins. And Walter challenging Sheamus, a two-time world champion and the winner of the main event of WrestleMania. So these two men have a tough hill to climb for their world titles. Walter was the 26th pick for Monday Night Raw in the WWE draft. He fell over 5 rounds.
And now
he has delivered
going into the next
Night
one.
Raw.
He's definitely not going to be falling that far.
No, for sure. He's going to be in round 1, round 2. Maybe a round 3 slip at most.
And that's just at the thought that there's guys like Seth Rollins available. The leader of 4 versus All, the GOAT himself.
Spice, just think down the road, a Walter versus Ashton Hudson match.
Well, it could very well happen. People get moved all the time in this business. Only because you're on a brand now doesn't mean you're guaranteed to stay there. We've seen quite a few trades this year.
Hey, at least they get paid by the company, right? Who cares where you work? You're there to make your name and become the biggest star you can potentially be. That's the whole name of the game.
That is.
Walter fitted on Monday Night Raw. I don't think Monday Night Raw will let him go at any cost. This could be their future superstar. If it's not going to be Chris Cosmic, who else would it be than Walter? If Chris Cosmic's falling down the leadership role because no one believes his matches are realistic, think of someone like Walter who just goes around and defeats everyone. It is just crazy to think, a month after losing his Intercontinental title, he will be challenging to become world champion. And he earned that match too. Winning a match against Logan Paul, where we saw MJF help Walter win. And Spice, Walter just has been getting the better edge of Edge here tonight so far. He's had every counterattack for this veteran. Walter's just the definition of now in WWE. He is the guy. He showed he is going to be the future earlier this year, but now we just know he's there. We know when we see Walter out there, he is going to be one of the top guys in this business. It's just too obvious.
The thing is, if you're Raw and you do trade Walter, what would you look to get in return for a guy like Walter?
Is there a level of compensation they can get that they would be able to get out of a brand? Because you think Smackdown's not getting rid of Ashton Hudson. He's someone over Walter, of course. NXT's not giving up Gator. I guess Gator. I guess Gator would be the answer to that question. Because thinking of top tier, Seth Rollins. NXT knows Seth Rollins is NXT. Seth Rollins made his name on NXT. He is a NXT superstar.
I mean, it's the only brand he's really been on. He was on Smackdown for like 2 weeks.
But then the Sheamus Visionettes are back.
And they were able to pry him from Smackdown. I know Smackdown regresses him every day. I do.
Those distractions have helped people like Angelo Dawkins here tonight. This could be something to get Edge back into the match. Walter was looking absolutely phenomenal early on. But Edge now taking Walter to a new level that he was not able to get to in this match. And now Walter going to the top rope with a down rated R superstar. And we're going to see a frog splash. Walter is destroying the rated R superstar. And now Edge getting out of the suplex into a German suplex to Walter. And now look at, we haven't talked enough about Edge setting up for a spear. Lands it on Walter. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God.
Which winner would you consider the upset in this match? Do you think it would be more of an upset for Edge to win or Walter to win?
We were thinking Edge, but right now it's Walter. Edge setting up for another spear. Will this end the game for Walter? Walter counters. Walter countered Edge. Edge is in trouble now. Look at Walter. Powerbomb 1. Powerbomb 2. Edge is going through the Powerbomb Symphony. 1, 2, 3. Spiced. And then Walter just squishing the last breath out of Edge. Never mind, Edge fighting back. Textbook of execution, oh Walter. 1, 2, 3. Again. Walter kicks out at 2. And here we go. Edge continuing to beat down the ring general.
Big question
of Imperium.
I need to ask.
What?
Who all walks out as world champion, or will all 3 champions lose their titles?
Seth Rollins, I think, will retain. Sheamus, I think, will be defeated, and Ashton will retain. I think Sheamus is the only one not keeping his world title after Havoc. But it is crazy to think Edge is going after his 2nd world title, a headbutt that could end the match. Walter kicks out at 2 again, keeping the match alive. Look at Edge go, dropping Walter again. Setting up for a 3rd spear. The 2nd one was countered. Edge right in front, spearing the midsection off of Walter. He's decapitated and he is out. The rated R superstar goes into Havoc with the win over the ring general. On this day, I see clearly I might have to take back my prediction. Edge could be going for his 2nd world title this Sunday against Rollins, 1-on-1, guaranteed. It is just crazy to think, though. Walter will have to face LA Knight and Sheamus. LA Knight walks in with the cross-brand title. And Spice, it is crazy to announce that after this pay-per-view, the cross-brand title will be cashed in for mid-card titles.
Only or now, like, both?
Huh? All of them.
Oh no. I'll tell you what I was going to say in a minute.
And here we go. The best women's champion on the planet has been operating on a different level. Mrs. Liv Morgan. Look at the orange and black for Halloween Havoc.
She's definitely in the
Morgan's
Halloween spirit
right now. I'm just excited to see the 4 versus all gear, as we always are. Extreme Rules gear was phenomenal. And now we get to see the gear for Havoc.
From San Jose, California.
Here we go. Bailey goes 1-on-1 with Liv Morgan. Spice.
Yep.
Over the past few weeks, we've seen a lot of women break out in the Smackdown division facing Liv Morgan. Shotzi, Casey Catanzaro.
Roxanne Perez.
Roxanne Perez is a big one. Who looks to be next for Liv Morgan's title. Just a prediction, not saying anything. I think Roxanne Perez is breathing down Liv Morgan and Scarlett Bordeaux's necks.
That was fast.
And after our Hurricane Rana, immediately a message is being played on the Titantron. And Liv Morgan's like, what's going on
Telling
here?
Liv Morgan
and a
to fall
German
and pray.
suplex. Immediately, Bayley on the attack. Well, Spice, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett Bordeaux did not waste any time letting Liv Morgan know. And then look at that, Bayley already putting the champion away. 1, 2. No, Liv Morgan barely kicking out at 2. And the match goes on. But look at Bayley trying to make Morgan tap now. But Morgan's going to be able to get out of it. And Morgan looking to get back into some offense. Big Hurricane Rana move right there. Spice. How have you felt that Trent has been the only one in 4 versus all not to win a singles title?
I mean, he's the only one without any real experience right now. He's just starting in the business. The other 3 have experience. He just needs to get that experience and he'll be fine.
That is a good point, and then a good bonus piece to that. Trent Hudson was the one to win y'all the tag titles.
Practically, yeah. He kept Dexter Lumis busy. Technically, Ashton got the pin, though.
That is true, but we could definitely say at minimum, he was a big contributing factor. But as crazy enough, the Way have shown that they cannot be stopped. And that they truly are a phenomenal tag team. And Spice, when drafting the Way, if you told me the Way was going to be the future of Monday Night Raw, I would have laughed. Johnny Gargano did nothing in year 1. In the talent pool when I had Ricochet and Aleister Black. And then Dexter Lumis in his own right had some matches, but
he was just not there.
But just was not being used. And then they come together and become a dominant force to be reckoned with. 2. Immediately after losing the tag titles, they win a 6-man match against 4 versus all, and then take the titles from 4 versus all.
Thing is, they're probably the best in line to keep 4 versus all at bay, because they have 2 women on the roster, they have 2 guys. They maybe add 1 more male superstar. They don't even really need it.
What are some names you would like to see in the Way?
Well, you gotta think about guys who need help. Austin Theory. I don't even know where he's at right now.
Perfect example.
Santos Escobar. I'm gonna give one from every brand at least. Santos Escobar would be a nice one. We haven't seen him since his feud with Trent. It was like one match feud with Trent. NXT. Who would NXT benefit the Way? Maybe John Morrison, because him and The Miz have not really been on the same page lately. The Miz would even be a good one.
The Miz with Gargano and Lumis? And Bayley barely staying alive.
Yeah, and she definitely didn't get all that kick out. Liv's close. She just needs to stay on the attack.
I agree. She's going to the top rope. We haven't seen Liv Morgan win easily here on SmackDown.
The original partner. The very first of the 4 versus all.
That is very true. And that Bayley to belly though from the middle rope. 2. No! Liv Morgan staying alive. How? Bailey is confused. Just did a Bailey to belly. And then another Bailey. No, this time did her other move. I don't know what's called.
It's a nice move though.
2, 3. No way! No way! I thought it was over. Bailey thought it was over. And the ref says it was not. No way, Spice. Liv Morgan is alive in this match right now.
I mean, she has
Bailey
been
going to the top rope.
Really good since being the first member in 4 versus all.
Missing the elbow
drop. 2
drop.
versus all.
Look at Liv's Hurricane Rana skills, man. Just the top tier, then a double stomp to the chest of Bailey. Look at Bailey throw some combos. And look at Morgan fight back. Liv Morgan dropping Bailey. And planning Bailey. Go for a pin. 1, 2, 3.
You can tell that match took a lot out of Liv.
Oh, for sure. Just a few days before Scarlett.
Which Scarlett isn't as good as Bailey is, but you still want to be healthy going into that.
I agree. Scarlett looked good the first time. Who knows? She might be able to put off the Smackdown Women's Champion. Liv Morgan picking up the victory tonight.
The thing is, though, 4 versus all has to walk away with at least 1 title in their group. Or they're going to have to regroup and refocus.
I agree.
I don't think it kills them, but it's definitely going to hurt them for a bit.
And next up, Spice, we see the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt, go one-on-one with the legend returning Shawn Michaels.
The returning legend? The legend returning.
Shawn Michaels wants one more run in WWE, one more success story.
Is the main event next?
It is.
I said we're already there? Dang.
You couldn't believe what I've become. Revolutionary thing.
Are you singing right now?
Because Spice, it wasn't an honest world. That's when I ruled the world. Bray Wyatt. This man continues to not go down. Everyone wants this man to just go away. And he refuses. And tonight, he's helping Finn Balor weaken up Shawn Michaels for Halloween Havoc. Spice, how have you felt about Shawn Michaels' last run in WWE, calls it?
So what?
How have you felt about Shawn Michaels' last run in WWE, he calls it?
Well, it's been good, but he did a very bad thing in provoking a demon.
He did, and that's a good story to talk about, Spice. Shawn Michaels was a dickhead to Finn Balor. Or really was he, now thinking about it? Shawn Michaels had his win, Finn Balor walked out disappointed, attacked Shawn Michaels for 2 weeks. And then Shawn Michaels attacks him back, and then he calls it provoking.
Well, I mean, the attack by Triple H didn't help a lot. I feel like that's what kind of sent Finn over the edge.
Or was it that Shawn Michaels was diminishing Finn Balor's character because he couldn't even one-up a 50-year-old? And he had to go to the one place he could go, and it is his alter ego, the Demon.
The Demon didn't come out until after Triple H did what he did, right?
I agree. That was another thing. that plays on Finn Balor's side is that Triple H attacked him after his match against Finn Balor.
I mean, maybe, we don't know. Balor could have just wanted a nice little feud with Shawn Michaels to get himself on the map. Then he got jumped after that match, and the Demon came out.
Spice, Finn Balor's Titantron played, and Bray Wyatt attacked Shawn Michaels from behind. That's another thing to talk about. This little alliance of Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor.
It's definitely a scary one.
I agree. And look at Bray Wyatt setting up Shawn Michaels. Sister Abigail to the Heartbreak Kid. 2. Not enough to put away Shawn. Bray Wyatt has continued to attempt to keep himself relevant here in WWE since his return. He attacked Drew McIntyre for like 8 weeks straight just to lose at SummerSlam. Then got attacked 4 weeks straight by The Undertaker, loses at Hell in a Cell. And now, being off the match card of Halloween Havoc is kind of interesting for Bray Wyatt. How do you think he should regroup, Spice?
Who should regroup?
Bray Wyatt. He's not going to be on the Halloween Havoc card.
I don't even know. He's not very good. I have not been impressed.
He's been doing a good job against Shawn Michaels, though. Shawn Michaels getting back in the ring at a 5 count. Telling Bray Wyatt to suck it. Shawn Michaels, another thing to talk about, he has no remorse in this last run. He doesn't care about anyone other than Triple H and his legacy. And that is definitely something we have seen as of late. Shawn Michaels going to the top rope, missing an elbow drop. Bray Wyatt stalking the Heartbreak Kid. Was looking to put him away, and Shawn didn't allow it. Looked for a Hurricane Rana, blocked. Bray Wyatt powerbomb to Shawn. And then throws him into the corner and beating his head into the ring mat. And then Shawn Michaels ducking out of the way of that headbutt. Bray Wyatt landing head first. DDT by Shawn Michaels. And uh-oh. Shawn Michaels could be knocking him into the next week. Home run! Shawn Michaels! Is that it? 1, 2, throw! The Bray Wyatt kicks out at 2! And then look at that elbow! Into a ball smasher and into a power slam. And look at Shawn Michaels set up for one more. Sweet chin music countered. Bray Wyatt has him down. Shawn Michaels ducks out of the elbow drop. Bray Wyatt counters. Slap to the face. Throw outside the ring. Look at Bray Wyatt dropping Shawn Michaels on the side of the ring. I used to rule the world. And Shawn Michaels continuing to just beat down Bray Wyatt. Telling the ref to start counting, and Wyatt gets back to his feet. Shawn Michaels quickly trying to do something, but Wyatt ramming him into the barricade. My God. Bray Wyatt is really trying to loosen up Shawn Michaels for Finn Balor. When Finn Balor does not go demon mode at Halloween Havoc. He believes he can beat Shawn Michaels without the demon. Bray Wyatt.
They're fighting up the ramp right now.
These two do not like each other. That is for damn sure. It is a 6 count right now. Shawn Michaels using his whole body to have to take down Wyatt. And now throwing Wyatt into the barricade. Or sorry, into the side of the ring. I don't know why I said barricade. And restarts the count. And then look, another ball buster. Another ball buster. 2 count by the ref right now. Shawn Michaels just continuing to throw shots at Bray. Bray fighting back. Slap to the face. Tossing Shawn onto the steel flooring. And throwing him back into the ring. Shawn could be out. Never mind. Starts getting to his feet, and Wyatt takes him down again. And this time, Bray Wyatt trying to show the world what he's been trying to do. Stalking Shawn Michaels. And he's setting up Sister Abigail to Shawn Michaels. Is that it? 1, 2, 3. No way! Bray can't believe it. And he's going to stalk one more time. Shawn Michaels is out cold. That was just the last energy he had. What is going on? Bray Wyatt setting up. One more. Never mind. Shawn Michaels counters. Out of it. But then more headbutts. Bray Wyatt's trying to ruin the chances of Shawn Michaels. He's trying to end it. And then a big shot. Shawn Michaels hits one back. Look at Bray Wyatt throw combos. Tossing him into the turnbuckle. Picking up Michaels one more time. And that was ball game. 1, 2, 3. Bray Wyatt picks up a victory before Havoc. To Shawn Michaels.
Every time I talk crap about him, he wins. I start thinking he's good,
true.
and then he wins, and then he loses.
Bray Wyatt telling the crowd, are you behind me? Are you following the buzzards? We'll have to see this Sunday when Finn Balor goes one-on-one with Shawn Michaels in a let it all out match. No disqualification, no rules. We are going to see Finn Balor and Shawn Michaels rip each other to shreds. What spice? Next up, we have Ashton Hudson go one-on-one with Robbie's challenger this Sunday, Damian Priest.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Not coming out of the crowd this time.
Representing the Tribe from New York, weighing in at 200.
That is true. Look at Robbie walking down that ring. Right behind the man that gave him everything. Ashton Hudson. Gave him the confidence he needed to defeat the likes of Chris Cosmic. Defeat the likes of Carmelo Hayes.
John Cena.
John Cena's a big one. And it could be Damian Priest after this Sunday. Spice, if you look at Ashton, he looks like he's got like a little bit like more ripped.
It does seem that way a little bit. Maybe he's been just putting time together to focus for Sunday.
He needs to be his best. And a win for Damian Priest could shock the world here tonight. Spice, this could be a big win for Damian Priest. Think he could challenge Spice for the world title here in a few weeks.
Nice. Not even a notification. Okay. Priest was very intriguing early on. Slowed down a little bit, went to Raw, became a part of the New Authority. That went nowhere. Now he's back. And he's already had a pretty good feud with Cameron Grimes. Now he gets to face the WWE champion. Robbie looks like he doesn't really know how to react out there.
Not really. I wanna look at Robbie's reactions a little closely. What is Robbie thinking? Being aligned with Ashton, is he taking this for granted?
Are you?
Is he taking it for granted? 4 months ago, he was leading a faction that failed.
With both of these guys in it, actually.
Very, very true. He left these guys behind for this group, and Ashton kind of having to lay waste to it. Even though Karrion Kross picked his own fight beforehand. It was just crazy for Kross. You kind of got to feel bad for the guy. The guy that picked him up turned on him for greater good. And just think how bittersweet it would be if we see Karrion Kross walk out WWE champion.
And I keep saying it, if it happens, how long does it last? Does it just last to the next Smackdown? Because I really doubt Ashton's just going to let it go. I'm pretty sure he's going to put his rematch clause in pretty quickly.
He feels like he's that top competitor, that he has walked in this building since day one. And
where did he get a reckoning from? Did he reverse a finisher?
I don't know, but reckoning by Damian Priest. Dragging the champion, you're giving him too much time. I don't see this being the end. 1, 2, not enough. Of course, Damian Priest took too long. But this is the time for Priest to prove that Robbie needs to be scared for Sunday, because look, choke slam to Ashton. Ashton could be in so much trouble right now. But then look at him. Ashton immediately laying off the pressure the only way he knows how. He chucks Damian Priest out of the ring. With what energy does Ashton have? This goes back to what we saw him walking down. He has a different physique that we have not seen out of Ashton. Like, Ashton's never been bad, but he's never been, like, a guy you think about as, like, the most muscular, the most, like, toned guys in WWE, right? But now, he kind of looks toned. He looks like the most agile he's ever been. He looks like he wants to be at that top level that no one can stop this guy type mentality. He wants to get there where, kind of to a cosmic level potentially, where he just walks in, whoops a guy's ass, and walks out. That is kind of the mindset.
Speaking of the cosmic level, there's a cosmic suplex.
That is very true. Here's us a commentary.
He said, "Oh yeah, cosmic. Look at this." Which Cosmic is 0-2 against 4 versus All right now. Not
Speaking
like
on
since
that,
they've been a faction. Before then, he's beaten both of these guys. But
in a public interview, Ashton was asked if he would ever put his title up on the line against Chris Cosmic, and he said, "Why? I would rather put my title up against a guy like Carmelo Hayes than a guy like Cosmic, because he has gotten whooped by me and Robbie. I don't even think of Cosmic as a threat anymore. Maybe in Season 1, but Cosmic is nothing now." And as we speak, Black Master Priest 2. No! Ashton can't believe it.
no, we do know that the champ likes to help the younger talent out.
Ashton's point is, Cosmic was a guy that you'd be thinking about in marquee matches. Why would you be thinking of Cosmic now in marquee matches? And look at another reckoning by Priest.
Not the same
1,
Cosmic as he was last year.
2, not enough again. What does Priest have to do to put away a guy like Ashton? And this has got to be a question Karrion Kross has got to think.
There's a third one.
There's a third reckoning. I do agree. Let's see. Does a third reckoning put away Ashton? 1, 2, 3.
But again,
it does.
Have you noticed what I've been noticing? I've said it when they lost their titles. They don't look like they're trying right now. And it's weird because what do they have planned?
I do not know. Only answers can be solved this Sunday at Halloween Havoc. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit that sub button. We'll see you all for episode 75, Halloween Havoc. Peace.